Alright. Hold on, I gotta deal with my cat real quick. Alright. I apologize for the fan in the background. You heated up a pancake for breakfast, but the microwave made it as hard as rock. What? That's interesting. Normally when you put something in the microwave, because like, I'm sure you know how microwaves work since it like moves around the water particles and all that. Usually that ends up making stuff soggy. That's interesting that it just made it as hard as a rock. Usually my microwave pancakes turn into like some soggy mess. It's interesting. Alright. Anyways. My mic is a mute, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So. You know, your pancakes hard as a rock, you hit with a fork and a demon postcard. That's crazy. Alright, so. Anyways. One, I apologize for the fan in the background. I can turn it off if it is a problem. I don't know how much of it is getting picked up. I just know I have a really squeaky fan. So yeah, I have a really squeaky fan that we just gotta deal with for now. If there's any random background noises, that is family making loud family noises. You don't hear a fan? Okay. I don't know if me being quiet there made it more obvious. I'm hoping that since I'm talking directly into the mic now, it's like it's not having to try as hard to hear my voice, so it doesn't have to pick up enough to hear the fan. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, if there is any background noise, I apologize. I will try to mute if like background noise gets so loud that you would actually hear it. For the most part, it's quiet enough to where I'm the only one that hears anything. But sometimes, like, especially later, I have a lot going on right outside my room. But yeah, this is a bit interesting because last time I streamed this, which was however long ago, I think it was only like a couple days, wasn't it? No, it was like 3 days ago now, I think. Hold on, let me see. The 4th YouTube tab I have open. Okay, it was 2 days ago. I'm tripping. Anyways, last time I did this, I hit 200. I am clearly not at 200 right now. I did 30. No, that can't be right. No, it is. I did 30 on... No, that doesn't sound right. Why is that wrong? That sounds wrong. No, I know I did 30. That was on Wednesday? Question mark? And then I did 10? Question mark? I don't know. I forgot when exactly. I know I did 20 today, so that probably is how that worked out. But anyways, here we are. We're at 260. You're going to a tournament like tours? Oh, nice. Oh, I forgot. What was it? I know in an earlier stream like a while ago you were going to a tournament. Is it like same thing? Or is this something different? Oh, I gotta put in the guess for tonight. Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. I thought it was some card game. I didn't know if it was like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. So, little bit of context. I gotta set this up. So, the other night I thought it would be funny to like decide how many I do. So 20 per stream is how much I do. I thought it'd be funny to give that range to ChatGPT and have it try to guess what encounter will be shiny. And it gave me 2 guesses that we keep up with. We keep up with 1, its long-term guess, and then 2, a smaller guess that fits within how many we're doing in the session. Its long-term guess was 262. So if it's right on its long-term guess, this will be a shiny. And I'm gonna ask it right now what it thinks will be for tonight. But I have a feeling it's gonna double down on that and say 262 again. Yeah. Sure enough, its only guess for tonight is 262 because it's in range. I need to set up Nightbot commands at some point, but not right now because there's like not enough regular viewers. I don't want to like, because I can manage everything right now. You know, I'm kind of sad in a way that this is taking forever because, like, I'm not even doing this hunt for me. Like, I'm not keeping the shiny once I get it. But also, like, I will do however many encounters this thing takes because the reason I'm doing it is reason enough to do it, even if I had to do this hunt only for the rest of my life and I never get it. Like, if Nintendo, Game Freak, someone had decided to shiny lock the legendaries on my account and I could never get another one again, I would be perfectly fine doing this till the end of time. It's worth it. Alright, let's see the updates. Got anything new? Let's see, when was that? That was 2 hours ago. It departs, so that's on its way. So, knowing shipping time, I'll probably get those Sunday. And this, I don't even know where it is. It's not giving me a geographical location. Okay, I'm waiting because today I got the buttons for my Joy-Cons. I don't know how to pluralize that. I don't know. It's one set of them, basically. I'm doing a full shell swap of them. I got my buttons in today. So, now I'm just waiting for the sticks and the shells. But the sticks and shells are coming from other parts of the world. So, I have to wait like twice as long to get those. If everything comes at its earliest shipping time, which usually my things do, then I'll have everything by Friday. Your dad has your arrow dead name tattooed on his arm? Mine too. We just roll with it. Like, yep. Yeah, if shipping times are as they normally are, then I'll have everything by Friday next week. But I do know, especially for stuff I get international, those typically overestimate shipping times. Like, you like a vodka? I like a vodka when you get the shiny. I'm sure that's supposed to make sense, and I'm just bad at reading, because that's like my thing. I'm bad at reading. I am fairly confident that is user error. I just don't know how to read English for some reason. Yeah, yeah, so my Japanese 3DS obviously came from Japan. That got here like 3 days before it was originally supposed to. And then I do a lot of model train stuff, but the stuff I get specifically is the 00 gauge. So that has to come from England because they don't make 00 gauge in America. So, like, all my stuff I have to get for that has to be imported from England just about. And usually they estimate like 3 to 4 weeks. I've gotten it all in like 1 to 2. You can speak in German and Swedish. Okay. I don't know other languages. Although I am still interested in learning German. And the only reason I say that is because my dad went to Germany. And like, I think it was right before he came back. He found this Beatlemania like magazine. And so he got it for me. And I still don't know how to read it. Like, I have to pull out my phone and use the Translate app to actually understand what it says. So that's like my one reason to learn German. Now, an additional benefit to if I learned German is that I would be able to understand what a certain someone was saying. Not saying I would... Okay, that's just gonna make me sound... Okay, I gotta word this carefully. I want to, like, understand what a certain someone is saying. But not in, like, that way. I'm just curious, like, he seems enthusiastic about it. What is he on about, you know? Alright, so this is the one ChatGPT says is gonna be shiny. If this is shiny, then we're doomed. Can I sing in my native language? Not well. I mean, English is my native language. So, yes, I can sing in it. I just don't sing well. Because, see, when I sing, you get one of 3 personalities. You either get the side of me that likes Beatles. You said something. Did you say something in chat that got blocked? Or do you mean, like, you said something out loud? Because if you said something... Oh, I missed that. That's right, that's right. I'm sorry. I thought I read that out loud. That's my bad. You have a blanket nailed up over your window. So your dad can't see you streaming, but your brother keeps crawling under and saying it. Oh... Yeah, I'm so sorry. I thought I read that. I read that in my head. I always forget, like, what I say. That's my bad. So that's not shiny, that's not shiny, that's not shiny. Okay, we're safe. AI isn't taking over yet. Can I rap? No, I cannot rap. I am not one for rapping. But yeah, I have, like... When I sing, there's, like, 3 different ways I sing. I either... If I sing in a normal tone of voice... I sing in a slightly British accent because, like, I listened to a ton of Beatles for the longest time. Like, that was the only thing I listened to. So, I got conditioned to only knowing how to sing with a slight British accent because I was so used to how they pronounced words. So, like, I cannot do a British accent, but whenever I sing, I, like, mimic how they kind of sound. You tried rapping, you sound like... Explain. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure that's what I would sound like. So yeah, there's that. Then there's a side of me that was obsessed with Journey. So whenever I sing like that, I sing way higher than my vocal range can go. So I'm just trying to hit notes that should not be possible for me. Sometimes I actually hit them. And then there's a side of me that likes Aerosmith, so I usually just sing with like a really, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like the distortion, like shouting almost, like it, you know how like your voice kind of gets distorted and raspy sounding when you shout? Like I kind of took that. So that's the other thing I do sometimes. You're obsessed with KFC and Yu-Gi-Oh! That's fair. I rap when I'm not Russian, but people say I have Russian accents when I rap. Yeah. And I feel like that's, of course, also, like, with singing, regardless of how you do it, like, you just naturally have to change how you say words. Sometimes it's to fit syllables, or sometimes it, like, fits the style of the song, the way you have to leave off sound. So a lot of times you end up just accidentally using a different kind of accent. It's very interesting. When you sing, you sound like Willie Nelson. I do not know who that is. I probably should. I'm looking that up real quick. Oh. Oh. I've seen this guy before. Okay. Okay, and then you said someone mocked my Australian/Southern accent. I get made fun of for how I say words all the time because I grew up with like the most Southern speaking people. So I say a lot of words weird because I've only ever heard them be pronounced by Southern people. So then I say the words, and then people who are like even slightly less Southern than me are like, you say that weird. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. If you grew up in a household where people spoke Spanish, you would speak Spanish, wouldn't you? Like, don't blame me. You sound kind of like you're from Texas, so people, will you? Aww. I knew some people from Texas at one point. I know someone who's in Texas right now, actually. I'm not too familiar with Texas, though. I'll be honest. Oh. I don't, like, actually listen to Australian people talk a lot, so I would have no idea. But I've heard something about Australian accent sounds like if British people were happy. Is that true? Like, do people with the Australian accent actually just sound like happy British people? Because that would be funny if, like, British people just sound depressed. And then the Australians just sound so much happier. I can also do opera singing, and I'm not fat what people think opera people look like. I don't know what I think opera people look like. I just hear opera and I'm like, yep. That it's music. Alright. Now here in Australia our accents sound like British people who hate themselves. Oh, so it's the opposite. British people are the happy ones then. I think the only time I've ever actually listened to an Australian person speak was Little Z, the YouTuber. Because I used to watch his videos back when I was more into Smash Bros. I think that's like the only time I've ever heard an Australian person speak. Alright, I'm gonna see if ChatGPT wants to put in another guess. Australian do play a lot of Viking acting roles in movies and TV shows. I wonder why. Huh. You know, I would assume they get Scottish people to do that. Do Australians just sound that much like Scottish people? I mean, yeah, I also have a very slight Scottish accent, yeah. That's the only thing I would think of, because, like, weren't Vikings Scottish or something like that? At least that's how I've always seen them portrayed. Now, whether or not they actually were Scottish, I don't know. Okay. Sound like Scottish people, but more British and idiots? Oh, okay. ChatGPT put in a new a new guess. It says 276. Hold on, let's see what it says. Feels just random enough to work, and it's near the end of your range. Classic shiny drama timing. Well, here's hoping this time Rayquaza stops being a diva and finally shows some sparkle. Who put ChatGPT up to this? I did. But, like, who taught it this language? I did not teach it to talk like this. See, this is why I love, like, messing with AI. Like, if I'm bored and have, like, a dumb topic in mind, I'll just sit down and chat with ChatGPT about it just because it's funny to me. You sound depressed except when you're screaming? Oh. I sound depressed once I win over 200 for this. I literally hit 200 the other day. What if ChatGPT told you year you pass away and said hit by a UPS truck? I actually wouldn't be surprised if that's how I die. Because there was one time, so I used to ride my bike a lot around the neighborhood, just like a simple lap around during the summers just to get me out of the house for a bit. One day when I was coming home, I was going to cross the sidewalk because the route I took, I stuck on the right side so I would make one big loop. And we live in, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like, it's one street. When you go down, instead of it coming out at like an intersection, it just has the big loopy thing. Not a roundabout, but like, you know, I'm sure someone knows what I'm talking about, and I just don't know the word for it. But yeah, like, it's a dead-end road, basically. So that's kind of context. I had to, like, get across because my house was on the other side. And at the time, because it was, like, when we had just moved in, so they didn't finish putting the sidewalk up to where I could ride all the way around. So anyways, I had to cut across the road. And there were a bunch of cars parked in the road, so, like, with my height on the bike and everything, I couldn't see over some of the cars. So I was about to just bolt across in the road. But then the second I started to get past the first car, I saw an Amazon truck coming up, and I slammed on the brakes, and I guess the guy did too. I still do not know how I got lucky enough to survive that, because by all means, I should not have lived. And that's the second time I almost got hit by a car. The first time, I was getting picked up from a football game, and I was looking both ways because I had to cross the road. And I looked both ways like 3 times, saw no one was coming, and went to go across. Second I did, I see headlights coming right at me. My only guess for how that happened was the person who almost hit me didn't have their headlights on. And if so, that is a serious safety hazard because they were not there when I looked. Once you almost got hit by a car at school. Yeah, getting hit by a car. Those are things that kind of happen sometimes. And when they don't, they almost happen, and it's scary. Sass Ways passed away on the birthday. That's sad to die on your birthday, because it's like, it's your birth and death day. You know? It's weird. Alright, and we had our first example of I had to mute for a bit. I do not know how to do the touch inputs on this mic very well, so I might just have to mute through OBS. Oh well. I used the power of the day to save my crush and myself when we almost got hit by a car. It was the same time when I almost got hit by a car. Oh. So how exactly is that save you? I'm curious, how's this happen? What's the story? Okay, so at least they're trying to take it. This will be so much easier when I get a Switch 2. Because that'll be a third Switch I can play this with. So 3 of those characters are going to be me. I only have to try to herd 1 AI. Attack them off the road and use them again to keep going. That's cool. Why would I want to Dynamax the Galvantula? That's weird. See, McDonald's order? Okay, I usually get 10-piece nuggets, medium fries, barbecue sauce. It depends. If I'm eating it like at home, then I don't get anything to drink with it. But if I'm eating like at McDonald's, then I get just a regular size soft drink. Because like, especially at least at the one I go to, it's you refill the drink, so it's as, you know, you can get as many refills as you want. So obviously the strategy there is just get the smallest size and just keep refilling. Which is also kind of funny because then at that point, like, why are they even offering different sizes? Like, if you're eating there, I feel like that one should just be one fixed price because, like, you can get as many refills as you want, so you're basically ripping them off if you buy the cheapest one and then just keep refilling it. And, like, there's no reason to buy a large because if you want that much, just drink that much out of the small cup. You can get refills. I don't know, it's weird to me. This is probably the worst path I've ever had just because there's nothing good. Oh, he's asleep. Cool. Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to read the KFC order out loud or not. KFC order is usually a Zinger Twister combo upsized with Pepsi Freeze. And then my McDonald's order is a triple Big Mac with large strawberry milkshake with large French fries with Big Mac sauce on the side to dip my fries in. Ah. See, McDonald's doesn't hit the same anymore because, like, this whole past year has been me and my friends, like, just about any time we wanted to hang out, it was usually, y'all want to go to McDonald's? So that's what we would do. We would go to McDonald's. We sat in the exact same seat every single time we went. So it just turned into like the main character moment of just like, yep, here we are. We're the protagonists. This portion of the store is all about us. Zinger Twister has, I think, nothing. Ah. Mayo de Noche. Oh, wow, that was big damage. Okay. Boom. Come on. Oh, okay. My light is running out of Pokeballs. I'm gonna have to buy more. KFC ordered double down with Zinger Twister and Pledge. And then out substantial. Neither do I. That was just some meme I was quoting. I forgot what the full thing was, but the guy like listened to one of those how to pronounce videos and he was like, I don't trust it. However, I do trust this guy to say mayonnaise. Mayo de Noche. He's like, see, told you. I don't think he said that last part. That might just be in my head. Anyways, will my suffering be over? No, I don't want to take Seeking. I want to check summary. Okay, no. 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 My suffering continues. See, like, mentally with this hunt, I've been so used to it just not being shiny that, like, at this point, I'm just mentally prepared every time to just never see the shiny. They served raw meat recently and got... Oh, no. That's sad. Sorry about that. I don't remember the last time I had... I'm not going to say that name out loud because I know there's a joke that can be made with that. And I refuse to say it in the off chance that the whole point of that was to get me to say the name of the place. So, I'm going to call it W. I haven't had W in a while. I think the last time I had that was like the Frosty or whatever. Is that what they call their like milkshakes? See that I don't know much about that. The horrors persist, but so do I. Yeah, like I'm like two feelings with this. On one hand, you know, I am perfectly content with going forever with this and like until the day I die. And like I'm expecting it to do that at this point. Like I'm so used to it not being shiny that at this point I don't even know why I even bother looking at it anymore, because I know it's not going to be the shiny. It never is. So, that's kind of how this is going. I hear my cat. I'm going to go get my cat. Okay, the cats did not want in. As the Jonko once said, why so serious? Okay, I'm gonna read this. What if you're with girlfriend and you check your cheeseburger has roach in it? Do you eat burger because she bought it for you, or do you throw it away? Do I have the option to... Do I have the option to just open it up to where the roach is and take that out before continuing to eat it? Or is it, like, made with roach? Like, what are we saying? Are we saying, like, I just so happen to see the head of a roach poking out of this burger and, like, huh, that shouldn't be there. Oh, well. Or is it, like, a burger infused with roach? Because that determines. Because, like, if it's a burger made with roach, I'm probably just going to throw it away. Like, no offense, but I'm not eating a roach burger. But, like, if it's just popping out, like, not actually in there, I'm just going to open it up, take it out, be like, hey, there was a roach in here. And then eat it. Besides, chances are that roach was put there on purpose. And is probably poisoned. In which case, why wouldn't you just poison the burger? Once had a burger and it had cheese. Oh, I hate trying to do custom orders at fast food places because it's fast food. Obviously, we all know the secret that makes it fast. They pre-make everything as it's listed on the menu. So when you want to change anything about it, they have to basically fry you up a whole new one because you want something other than what they make by default. So a lot of times, like at Sonic, I get like the crispy chicken sandwich or whatever. I always ask for no mayo. And I always end up getting mayo. Oh, that's even worse. Because, like, they're actually sitting down and making those fresh for you every time. That's bad. They also put beetroot on it when there were no beet. Who puts beetroot on a burger? That's weird. I also had an earbud in my ear for some reason, even though I'm listening to nothing on my computer. I don't know why I had that in. I once got someone else meal at McDonald's and I got Happy Meal they ordered, but I ordered Quarter Pounder with cheese and Coca-Cola. Ah. I kind of had that happen to me once. So, let's see, what was it? Oh, right. So, I went to Sonic once, and I was going because it was after work, I was hungry, so I just went to get food. So I got my regular order. They gave me 2 bags, and I'm like, huh, it never takes 2 bags. I got fries and a chicken sandwich. Why would I need 2 bags for that? Didn't question it, and then when I got home, the other bag had a corn dog and one of their pretzels in it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, corn dogs someone will probably eat. And like, I'm a fan of their pretzels. I'll take that. It was confusing. What's KFC? I ordered 4 wraps, 2 spicy, 2 regular for my family and me, but then they gave you 2 wraps. Oh, that sucks. Why is it that? Wow. I'm gonna have to turn on another light. I can't do this low light setting right now. Oh, that's so much better on my eyes. You're Canadian, but you love going to America and get Whataburger. I love Whataburger. So, I actually never had Whataburger until, like, last year. Because, like, you know, it just wasn't convenient for me to actually try to go to Whataburger. But then, my last job I had was conveniently, like, right across the street from a Whataburger. So, I would sometimes go on, like, weekends, since I had morning shifts. I would just go get me something from there for lunch. Most of my streams are just my phone pulling at my TV. Yeah, I used to do that. Like, these streams don't exist anymore because, bit of context. So I have my 2 channels, obviously. One is for variety gaming. This one's for Pokemon. The variety gaming channel didn't always used to be variety. It started as Pokemon and stayed that for a long time. So, anyways, when I used to do Pokemon over there, it started with, like, a webcam pointing at my TV, and, like, I had to get creative because at the time I didn't know how to set it up properly. So I had to, like, stack textbooks up on my desk so I could have it point at the monitor. And it was terrible. But I eventually got my first capture card, which was also terrible. It was a 30 FPS one, and it was literally just like a USB stick with HDMI in the back. You plug it straight in, and then it wasn't good because it also was very finicky with how it outported. And the weight of the cable pulling it down usually wiggled it loose enough to where it didn't work all the time. But then I got a better one, which is what I have now. I'm fine with this one. I don't think I'll need to upgrade anytime soon. Last time you had it was 4 years ago. It was what? I mean, let's see. The first time I had it and the most recent time, I've only been like 3 times. So the first and most recent time I got the grilled chicken sandwich, and I love that. I'm a fan of grilled chicken sandwiches normally. So that's fine. And then the second time I went, which was in between, I got like an actual burger. It was good. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of burgers, but like, I thought it was okay. Like, I won't say it's bad, but I don't know if I'm really the one to be able to claim if it's good or not. You like wraps? McDonald's where you or have Big Mac wrap? That's cool, actually. I've never heard of that as a concept. When your friends do PFPP, it's basically a little green alien cat thing. That's nice. I had a friend actually make the Sylveon that I use as my profile picture. I use in the thumbnail for this. I think I used it somewhere else at some point on here. I forget what else it would have been. I just know it's the thumbnail. Oh yeah, it's in the thumbnail for this. It's on the starting soon screen, and it's my profile picture. Yeah, I asked her to make that for me earlier this year. I think it was back in March. Yeah, it was late March, early April, the time she worked on it. And I remember because I was at Disney when she finished, and she sent it to me, like, right after we watched whatever the little end-of-day show is in Hollywood Studios. By the way, that is probably my favorite Disney park ever. I'm so sad though because so I'm not a fan of roller coasters, but I'm a fan of Aerosmith. You hate being misgendered, like how hard is that to get right? Just refer to me like a group. See, I'm not the best with using pronouns, so if I can help it, I try to say they and stuff. Like if I'm not 100% sure, sometimes I slip up and default to using male pronouns for things. Because one of the weird things we were taught in English class, at least at my school, was that if we don't know the gender of something, we're supposed to assume it's a male. What if Disney World and Land are also Universal Park shuts that? You know, I never accounted for that. Anyways, the one thing I was gonna say. So I'm not a fan of roller coasters, but I'm a fan of Aerosmith. So the entire week leading up to the Disney trip, I was so excited because I might not like roller coasters, but I'm gonna ride Rockin' Roller Coaster. That was the best thing ever. Oh my gosh. Like, building a lightsaber at the Galaxy's Edge thing was cool, but oh my gosh, Rockin' Roller Coaster was so amazing. And like, I was kind of scared at first because, I mean, it's not like ridiculously we lost. Okay. It's not like a ridiculously fast ride, but like, you know, it was so interesting being in there because like the way it moves you up to the launch area, it moves slightly fast enough to where it's like, whoa, we're really getting into it now. Alright, I'm gonna check these real quick. No. Okay. So, you know, this was just interesting. And then the countdown, you know, it launches you at 1, you go 0 to 57. But then with it being in the dark and then also having fans set up inside, it feels way faster. I was a bit scared at first, but then I was like, wait, if I'm scared, I can just sing along. So I just started singing with the ride the whole time. It was great. Anyways, I need to read this. My old school was a Christian school that sucked because I hated people who weren't in their view of normal, like, you're not so straight. Yeah. Yo, Submarine and I'm the Rock. Oh, those are good. See, in my head, there's like 2 things I want to see made with Beatles branding. One is like some kind of yellow submarine coaster. I feel like they can do something interesting. Because, like, I know Disney has Splash Mountain. Well, I guess it's not Splash Mountain anymore. They rethemed that to, like, the Tiana's Ride or whatever. That could be cool if it was, like, Yellow Submarine themed. Like, the whole time as you're climbing up, you're going through the different seas. And then at the end, you take one big plunge. Like, I feel like that would be cool as a Beatles theme ride. And I would actually enjoy that ride a lot more if that was what it was themed to. But then the other thing I was thinking about is like a Mario Kart type game. I have always had this great idea of like Beatles Kart or like Beatles Yellow Submarine Racing. Some kind of Beatles racing game. So like you have the 4 Beatles in like different outfits throughout the different eras. You have like the blue meanies. You have, I forget what his name was. The one guy that they run to in the movie. You know, just like a bunch of different Beatles characters. And like throughout you're going through different tracks like Penny Lane, Abbey Road, Strawberry Fields. I just feel like that could be cool. I don't think we're ever going to see that because the last time we had a Beatles game, it was Rock Band, I think. Did they make any other Beatles games? 1, did they make other Beatles games, or was that the only one? And then 2, if there are more Beatles games, was that the most recent then? I think Rock Band was... Yeah, I think Rock Band was the only Beatles game. I could be wrong. Paul McCartney's trying to rebuy the rights back to Beatles. Oh. It's been a while since I've like actually sat down and listened to the Beatles. I need to like spend a day and just listen to all their stuff again. Maybe I should stop using a fire type move in the rainy conditions. What if Paul McCartney and Steven Tyler came to my house and offered me a trip to their house to play this before some song? Absolutely. I would agree to that so quick. Of course, Paul McCartney, I mean, I know that wouldn't be like a Beatles song. Or is it like, okay, so are we talking like each would show me a song they are working on? Or is it a song they're working on together? Either way, that would be amazing. Oh, I remember when I went to Rock and Roller Coaster, because before the ride, there's like the video that plays. Because, like, you know, you look through the glass and you see like this made up stage for them. I forgot to get more Pokeballs. Anyways, you see this like little stage area where their instruments and stuff are. And then there's the video that plays as like the context for what the ride is supposed to be. And it was so cool, especially because we were in Fast Pass, and the Fast Pass, like, no, I guess it's Lightning Lane or whatever now. Anyways, whatever that one is, that's what we had. That one, actually, when you go through the doors for that lane, you get close-up view, like, through the glass. So that was so cool getting to watch that, because I was right up there watching. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Aerosmith. The guy working the ride that day didn't seem very enthusiastic, though. Because, like, they have a part in it, too. Because, like, the idea is they have to go to a show, and they don't want to leave the fans behind. And so the Disney cast member is supposed to be like, hey, Steven, how about some backstage passes? The guy working was just like, hey, Steven, how about some backstage passes? Wow, that's a great idea, man. Let's get them hooked up. Like, it's like singing with the Rolling Stones on album. Wow. I've listened to a bit of Rolling Stones. Like, I haven't listened to a ton. Like, I'm not as obsessed with them as I am with other bands, but like, I like their music. What I have listened to. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to be sad about Rock and Roller Coaster because they're retheming it to Muppets, I think because their contract with Aerosmith is running out. And I mean, Muppets has potential, but I don't know how I feel about that completely. Because, like, I've known that ride as the Aerosmith ride because I'm like, it has Aerosmith in it. It's Aerosmith. I always called it Aerosmith. I did not know it was actually called Rock and Roller Coaster until pretty much day of when I saw this time. I'm like, wait, Rock and Roller Coaster? So it's not called Aerosmith? You know, I did also kind of feel sad when I found out they were retheming it because, I mean, on top of the contract expiring, also the fact that Aerosmith stopped touring and everything, like, they're done as a band now. It's all because Steven Tyler's vocals, like, something with, like, he's at a point where he has to stop because he's basically ruined his voice. Which is kind of sad. Gold vinyl for Walk This Way. I'm taking that. Give me. If I can get a signed copy, even better. Oh, I remember at the end of the ride, they had someone, a cast member, dressed up as Steven Tyler. So it was so cool. Like, whoa, it's Steven Tyler. I'm also kind of upset, but also not, because I didn't get that audio. Because there's the 5 different audios that play for it. And one of them, I think it's the Young Lust, Fine, and Love in an Elevator track. It's one of them, but it starts with, like, the announcer dude being like, whoa, check out Steven Tyler's hat. And then the guy at the end isn't wearing a hat. So, like, for mine it was fine because I got the Love in an Elevator, Walk This Way. But, like, that'd be funny, just, whoa, check out Steven Tyler's hat. And then he's not even in a hat. But, I mean, if it's the hat I think they're talking about, then yes, whoa, check it out. Because he wore, like, a fancy top hat in some of the music videos. It was cool. Like, that's probably the go-to default appearance I think of him as. I usually associate him with the top hat. Also, it was funny because, so, again, I got the one that has Walk This Way in it, and obvious fun fact about Walk This Way, that is not appropriate for the target audience of Disney. But it's so funny because the way they censor it is they just put the height limit. So, with the height limit, you know, no one short can ride, so you don't have to worry about your kid getting exposed to inappropriate song lyrics, because your kid can't ride. What if you from the future came knocking on the door and said, you created Robot Wars? Star Wars? Star Wars are real? No way! You know what? I want to start, like, adding random images to the stream layout over time, because I think it would be funny, and also, especially, like, no context to the people watching, because, like, if I get the shiny with a bunch of random images on the screen, people who are just watching for the first time are going to have no idea what anything is. So then, you know, that acts as an incentive. Like, if you want to know what's going on, come to the stream. So, I need to find a good picture. Hold on. We're going to add Steven Tyler to the layout. That is not Steven Tyler. Yeah, sure, we'll do this one. That is not what I wanted to open. Please let me close you. Thank you. Remind me later. Don't care. I'm closing you anyway. Add image. There we go. We got Steven Tyler on the layout. Okay, Michael Jordan comes to your house and asks you to get good at basketball and trains you for 12 months. Oh, wait, I had a funny idea. Hold on. Sorry, Rayquaza, I'm stealing this. Oh, I need to put this on top layer. Hold on. Whoa! Check out Steven Tyler's hat! I love this. I keep using heal balls on my Switch Lite because I don't have Pokeballs. I gotta go buy more. Steven Tyler and Snoop Dogg do something together. That wouldn't surprise me. Why would you take it, Poppy? You already have something we need. This one's looking more promising. Alright. I'll put this rule in place. Not rule, but like, we're gonna do something. So, technically it's every 5, but since I'm doubling up on switches and encounter numbers, technically, as far as the counter is concerned, it's every 10. But every 10 Dynamax adventures, or I guess 10 encounters, how about that? Every 10 encounters, I'll add a new image to the layout. So technically, we are owed 26 images, but I'm not going to deal with that. So we get the 2 for right now, and then we'll just go from there. So at 270, I'll add an image. 280, I'll add an image. And that's just going to be the theme. And then, of course, once I get the shiny and move to a different hunt, I'll reset and do new images. Will I eat Chipotle on stream? Maybe at like 1,000 subs. That'll be an incentive. Now, is that 992 subs away? Yes. But if I get 1,000 subs, I'll eat it on stream. Because you see, like, that's free advertisement for them. Unless I start talking trash about it, then that's free advertisement. I say as I just sat here and talked amazing about Disney Rock and Roller Coaster. Well, see, also, like, I'm over here talking good about bands and stuff. Like, typically, you can listen to music from bands for free. Sometimes with ads, but still basically for free. So, like, I'm also talking about popular bands anyway, so it's like, they're not really benefiting from getting maybe 2 new listeners. AC/DC versus... I honestly don't know enough about either of them to have an opinion. See, I'm very sheltered when it comes to listening to music and stuff. Like, I listen to the Wii Sports soundtrack. Okay, so for the longest time I would listen to video game soundtracks, usually Pokemon Black and White and Sun and Moon's soundtrack, because I didn't really have a taste in music enough to listen to actual music. But I eventually started listening to more things, so I kind of have my own taste in music now, but it's still very limited. I'm a fan of most music, though. Like, typically if you put something on, I'm going to listen to it and be fine with it. Halo soundtrack versus Zelda soundtrack. I have not played or heard the Halo soundtrack. I have played Zelda Wind Waker. So, technically, I only have enough to have a say for Zelda soundtrack. But, like, I like the music of Zelda games. Like, I've listened to Zelda music before. From, like, streams and videos. I mean, I like Zelda music. Alright, so, Munchlax, no. Shiny Cradilly! Sweet! Oh no, that's 3 now. I'm behind on my videos because I have... Technically, I'm behind 4 because I found a shiny Machamp earlier. Like, way earlier off stream. I accidentally deleted that recording. I found shiny Relicanth, which I haven't made into a video. Sandslash I found, which I need to make. And now this. So those 3 will probably go together. Anyways, Rabombi, no. Rayquaza. Who's surprised? Who is surprised at this point? I'm not surprised. Okay, we're gonna update the layout. Sorry, Sandslash, but you gotta go. Okay, this is funny to me because almost every shiny I have gotten from this hunt is from Gen 3. So I am just absolutely chilling in this Gen 3 shiny sprite folder. Okay, I say that and then I can't find Credilli. Okay, I need to change the color of this again. And the number, actually. Select color, pick screen color. There we go. And then for the outline, I'm thinking... Oh, no. Pick screen. I need to, like, line this up. That looks like hot garbage. That does not look much better. Oh well. If people ask why it looks bad, just say Credilli has bad shiny colors. I don't know. In all honesty, I like Credilli. It's my favorite Gen 3 fossil, so I ain't crying about having this. I'm not naming it. Oh no, I need to name it! Oh no, never mind. I was gonna name it Steven Tyler. Sorry to the people watching the video, you don't get to see it in battle because I'm lazy and want to keep hunting on stream. Oh, I need to get Pokeballs real quick. Okay, someone told you Pokemon isn't gonna make any more games in the future. I don't know about that. Because they're obviously working on ZA now. I feel like they're gonna at least make Gen 10. Like, see, Pokemon is like the highest grossing media franchise or something like that. So it would seem stupid if they just started throwing stuff from that away. Because, like, the games are what spark everything else. You can't have the plushes without new Pokemon to base them off of. You can't have cards without new Pokemon to base them off of. You can't have an anime without new stuff to base. So, like, basically what I'm getting at here is I feel like they're gonna still make games. Gen 10 is probably, as far as being announced, I think they're just holding off because ZA they're already taking their time on. And furthermore, like, we don't need Gen 10 yet. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave us, like, a black and white remake or something. I don't know what they'd give us. But something that isn't the next mainline game, because at the time, like, this year is when we are technically, if we follow the whole every generation lasts 3 years rule, this year we are due to get Gen 10. But with the release window of, or I guess release date, we have the date for it. For Legends ZA, that's coming out in the normal Pokemon release date time. So I don't see why they would do that and then like a month later have Gen 10. That doesn't seem, to me that doesn't seem like a good idea. Why would you spend all this time and effort marketing a Pokemon game you actually took your time on and then turn around a month later and make new games? To me, that doesn't make sense. So, that plus Scarlet Violet on Switch 2 basically run, like, Scarlet Violet Switch 2 update might as well be a brand new game. Because, like, I mean, if you compare Scarlet Violet on Switch 1, by the way, I'm not a person to get motion sickness. Scarlet Violet on Switch 1 give me motion sickness. That should say something about how poorly they run. That being said, if you look at them on Switch 2, it's basically a new game. People are going to be excited to play this right now. So I think that being basically a brand new Pokemon game at launch, with how much better the performance is, plus ZA coming out in the normal release window roughly, I don't think they need to make a new game anytime soon. Then, of course, you have the risk of, if you try to make Gen 10 this year, it's probably going to fail. Because there is no hype, no anything surrounding Gen 10 right now, other than, that's what's next in the numbers. ZA has been announced in development for over, well, at least we have known about it being in development for over a year. So, like, there's so much hype behind that game, I just don't see why they would want to throw that away with a new game. Just be like, oh yeah, you guys have been so excited for this. Here's Gen 10. What if Pokemon did collab with Digimon? I doubt it. If anything, they would want to sue Digimon. Because clearly that's what they're fans of. Whatever happened out of the Power World case? Do we have like a conclusion to that? I just remember they were suing Power World. I don't think Digimon does games anymore. I think Digimon ended up just being a show for the most part. I wouldn't know. But I haven't heard of any new Digimon in a while. Oh, that gets me thinking as well. Further thing that makes me believe we're not getting anything anytime soon as well for Pokemon. I was watching the Xbox showcase or whatever the other day because I was looking for Persona 4, which we got announced. But I was watching that. Game Freak is working on a non-Pokemon game. I forget if it's multi-platform or if it's going to be Xbox exclusive, but like, Game Freak is making another game that isn't Pokemon right now. So, I feel like that's great. Because, like, I know it's Game Freak. They have money. Technically, they can have as many teams work on different things. But, like, I think that's good, though. Because that kind of requires that the next Pokemon game needs to wait. What if I just take dual Quick Claws? And, like, I know Game Freak has made other games in the past. They made something on, like, the NES or whatever before Pokemon even existed. And then I think they made that one 3DS RPG. I think it was Harmonite. I know it said something about from the creators of Pokemon, Game Freak, or whatever. Harmonite. Rhythm game. Is it not an RPG? I might have been wrong about that. It's a rhythm platform game. Okay, I was wrong. I don't know why I thought it was an RPG. Yeah, developer Game Freak. Yeah, they made Harmonite. Max Overgrowth is about to do a lot of damage. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does Yu-Gi-Oh! Get video games? I would assume if it did, it's like virtual trading card game. I'm sure I'm wrong about that. I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh! You going to bed? Alright. Thanks for hanging out. It was nice chatting. Cryogonal's water absorb. What? Did this thing just put water absorb on the Cryogonal? This confusions me. Why would you want to make it harder for yourself? Okay, I think Steven Tyler and his hat might just need to live on the layout regardless. Because I think that's kind of funny. He just lives here now. This is his new home. After touring ended, he needed a place to stay. So, we let him live on the layout. Please don't. Thank you. Now, 3 of the Pokemon have super effective moves. We have 2 lives. Don't know how I feel about this though. Because like 90% sure this guy still has a way to beat us. Ooh, but Cryogonal gets to Dynamax. Why isn't Rhydon? Dynamax, not Dynamaxing, he can't. Why isn't he attacking? You better have a good explanation. Max Hellstorm, just better one shot. No, but I'll take it. Acupressure? Accuracy? Interesting. We all live this. Okay, this should be it. Maybe not this move exactly, but this turn. Yeah, I mean, anything just about will knock him out from here. Watch it raise speed. Okay. Fuck him, we win. GG's. The GG stands for get good. Okay, I know where Luxury Ball is now. Oh no! I'm gonna have to relearn after I ran out of Pokeballs because I got used to how I had to scroll to Luxury Ball, but I gotta relearn on the light because it's in a different spot. I need to see if there's a way to reorganize that. Okay. No. 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 Invite others. Ba, 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 ba. This really isn't a great path. Oh, we're bringing a Torkoal with us. That makes us a lot less efficient. Still nothing good. I'm not gonna be surprised if we lose this. Oh, it's on one. I don't know if it's actually on one, but it might as well be. Please tell me we have something fast. Avoids the attack like a legend? Okay, we will. GG's. Once again, standing forward, get good. If this one's not shiny, I'm adding, I don't know, a picture of the Emerald game cart. PNG of this. Perfect. Please save as a PNG. Yes. Okay. Hopefully I don't need this. Hopefully it's just shiny right here and I can end the hunt. Let's see. No. 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 Darn. Oh, and this is part of something. I don't count this as adding something extra. Because I'm adding to... Well, I mean, I am still adding, but it's completing... Yeah, I like this. Hold on, I need to give it an outline. Just so it stands out more. Oh, it's not even in the right color. There we go. So, what's stream lore for this? Whoa, check out Steven Tyler's hat. He's a big fan of Pokemon Emerald. He's showing off his copy. See, he's wealthy, so he can afford it. Yeah, they're stream lore now, I guess. Alright. We got 5 more total. 10 more encounters. Let's finish off strong. I need to move that. That's in the way. And that's his copy of Emerald. He's very proud of it. He's showing it off because he likes Pokemon Emerald. As you can tell, he's wearing the Rayquaza hat. I love stream lore. Ooh, I won't make it yet because I don't want to sit here and make this and then not. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and make it and then end up getting the shiny before 280. But I know what the next thing is going to be. It's going to be a red GBA SP with the Aerosmith logo. The Aerosmith SP. See, the A in GBA, it's not advanced, it's Game Boy Aerosmith. I can't wait to have to explain this in the video, what the lore is all about. Hold on, what's the grass type? Okay. The ice type will always be better than a fairy type. Okay. Let's see. I think it's worth it. That's fine. If anything, that's good. Cofagrigus is like a bulky boy. I think I'll go this way. That kind of helps. Not a lot, but something's better than that. Oh, did I prematurely increment the encounter? I did. I might have to unincrement the encounter. Oh no, that was our first one. Never mind. We're leaving it up. Woohoo! And if anyone pops into stream for the first time within the next few seconds, no, I am not forgetting to increment the encounter. I prematurely increment the encounter. I will say that multiple times if I must. This is not an accident. I'm not making a mistake. This was intentional. No, it's not intentional. It's just intentional that I'm now overlooking it. Alright. No, 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 no. I love this so much. This will be fun. This is so funny. I love AI. Like, this is banger stream lore. What? I love this. Oh, I need to do this. Okay, I need someone to do this. I need someone to make a Steven Tyler account and just post "Shine on, little worm" in all caps. I don't use that platform. No. Okay. We can... Wait. Wait, I have that album. I don't care if the stream gets claimed. We're putting that on. Prophecy right here, right now. Where are my Because I have right now. I have my protector. The stream lore, the prophecy. It must be true. Okay, this might take a minute. Not gonna lie, this is not actually taking it. Shoot. See, I can't set up a record player while also playing Pokemon. Okay, I need to pin this real quick, just so if anyone comes in, they have context. Actually, I shouldn't put it like that. I need something to put it on. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to put record players on an uneven surface. My yearbook won't do that. Put you back. I don't have any hard, flat surfaces. Oh well. Probably too loud. We got Dream On. Let's go. Okay. Wait. What are the chances I can sync up the beat drop to when I check the Rayquaza? I gotta go quick if I want that to happen. I love superstitions. How loud is this? Can I have it picked up? I don't think it's loud enough, which is great. I'm safe from copyright. Woohoo! Of course they put Dream On as the first song. Oh no, there's no way this is happening. Never mind. I thought that was the third battle. Funny story about Dream On, actually. It was both the first song of 2025 I listened to and the last song of 2024 I listened to. I did a thing where I lined up the beat drop so it would happen exactly at midnight. Oh. Sing for the laughter, sing for the tears. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow, ooh, sweet emotion. Well, we need this. So, that's that. I really hope that the stream lore is accurate. Ooh, that worked out great, that the Dynamax falls on the Glalie. Oh wait, there's more lore. There's stuff about specific tracks. Hold on. So Dream On is like the main one. When it plays, your stream chat is obligated to spam "It's real." We're not doing that. Also, what chat? Angel, considered a soft trigger, doesn't guarantee the shiny, but may increase the odds if sung along with what? Bonus of sung and false. What is that? Hold on. Sing notes higher than normal range. Okay, I can't do that. Sweet Emotion, that's what's playing right now. This track causes shiny skips, where the shiny shows up, but you accidentally knock it out. Okay, well, you can't knock out the shiny. Maybe I can fail it. Walk this way. Play during a stream where you walk away from the screen and the shiny appears. Prophecy fulfilled. There's the walk away shiny. Wait, is that next on the album? It is. Walk this way is next. We can go for the walk away shiny. I think we might get the walk away shiny. I keep not doing this right. Okay, I need to implement the encounter number. And while the shiny walks this way, I'm gonna walk away. Back this way. Let's see if there's any shinies. Let's see. No. 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 Nope. The prophecy is not true. I forget how long the walk this way part of the song actually is, because I'm used to hearing this on the Rock and Roller Coaster version where it's like 4 times and then it ends. This way, walk this way. Oh, it says talk, so walk this way. Short, the album being on helps, but Dream On is the chosen track. You know what? I'm not even gonna do waiting anymore. I just want to add to the stream lore now. I love this song. Janie's got a gun. I need a PNG. I like this. that's a loss. That was such a great path, too. We had so many great Pokemon. I don't know why it ended like that. Shiny Grimmsnarl on the Switch Lite. That's probably not going in a video. Honestly. Oh, I don't even have that one saved, so we can't put that in. Okay, that sucks, though, because, like, what are the odds I get back-to-back shinies? Okay, I see an ice type over here, but are you worth my time? No, you're not. But then fairy, fairy, and then you have an ice move. This route is worth it. Okay, so there's two fairies following this. I don't think I'm gonna want to switch Vileplume or Salazzle, so I'm gonna try my best to keep those two. Ow. That scared me for a second. I was watching it through the stream, and I thought I accidentally sat there and picked left on the main switch. Perfect. That's who I needed to take that. Alright. So then... Alright. Yeah. So I have the 2 poison types now to help me out with the fairy types. The fairy type. There's 1 left. I love this stream lore. I can't wait to expand upon it. Each stream I'm gonna cook up something new for the lore. I need to think about what I want to do next. Can I make a parody or something to like have almost an Aerosmith song and have that be like then I'm about to go big, gigantic, huge forehead brain with this one. So, I deny taking it on the main switch, because that will open it up to where I'm laughing at something my friend sent me. Okay, so I take it on this account then. Me and someone else had the exact same response. This is doing like no damage. What the freak? the wrong move. Okay, there we go. I think I'm gonna end here regardless, because I preferably would like to get to bed. So, in the wise words of the dream, we're saying, dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true. Shine on, little worm. Aww. Well, that's gonna do it for tonight. I know I hate ending on weird numbers, but it's about time. I don't think I have time to do another one. Definitely not. So I'm just gonna end. To anyone who is here watching, thanks for watching, I guess. I don't typically do raids, and that's because it's kind of hard to find someone to raid at this time of day. So I'm just gonna end as always. May the stream lore grow and hopefully lead to a shiny.